Jack thought to himself, an adventure so, and into the castle he did go. Wow! I can't believe how big these gates are, and how far up high we are. The castle stretched for many a way you couldn't really see in the bright glow of day. Even at night it would have been strange, but the castle lay out in front in a range. There were huge doors, bigger than he'd ever seen. They were big and made of wood. They were obscene. They were so high. Men couldn't live here. Oh my. Where have I been sent? Was it meant? Now, Jack thought to himself, this castle was very, very big. The steps were so big that he had to bring himself up onto the steps and climb up them with both hands. And some of them were so big he had to put little rocks down so he could climb on them and then climb on the steps. And he hadn't even made it halfway up the steps before he thought to himself, this is a really big place. Who would live in a place like that? He sat in the centre step on a rather large pebble. He thought to himself, a big person lives here. That's what it is. Like a grown up, really big. It's got to be. He looked out onto what he saw, big clouds in the sky and more. Birds flying from side to side, making him queasy inside. Jack was a really intrigued boy though. Curiosity was one of his flaws, you would say, but it made for an interesting life. So Jack took out his sword and his shield and ventured forth. In fact, to climb these stairs they would have to go on his back. Placed his shield on his back and put his sword through the shield and tied it around his waist with his cardigan. He was going to get to the top of these stairs. It's the last thing he did. And he knew it wouldn't be the last thing he did because he was a very clever boy. He made his way up the stairs and climbed up each one. And when he got to the top, he met another bird, which laughed. I could have helped you, but it was funny watching. Now that's not very nice, but it was. Now go inside. What's inside? You'll find out. He flew away. He went up to the doors. How could he push such big doors open? There was a door knocker, but it was bigger than him, and it was so high that he'd never reach it. But there was a small gap underneath the doors. And he rolled underneath, and he pulled himself through, and at the other side he saw a huge room. And there was enormous suits of armour, and there was big portraits on the wall, and there was a massive table. It was absolutely humongous, and there was big chairs, and there was strange things in there. He could hear the snoring of something big. Out came the biggest chihuahua you've ever seen. It was huge. It was the size of a huge Cerberus dog. It was the size of an elephant. It was enormous, and it was a chihuahua. It saw Jack and ran away. Off it went. Jack was startled by the whole event. Very, very weird. Big dog. Never seen a dog that big in my entire life, said himself. Could not believe it. Oh my God. Wow. How do I tell people about this? This is incredible. I love this. This is amazing. Started going around in circles and loved it. And carried on. Most people would be scared at this point, but Jack was courageous. He was mighty Jack and had his sword on his back. I'll bring my sword and my shield, and two of which I will wield. Wrong hands, and threw them into the other hands. He had the shield in his left, and his sword in his right, and felt just right to foreseek the night. He was a knight. He would foreseek. Just then, Jack was shaken, for he may have been mistaken. Fee-fi-fo-fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. I'll beat his bones and crush them back, and feed them to my pussycats. I like that song. And Jack shuddered. It was like a volcano. It was like an earthquake. Fee-fi-fo-fum. And so the singing went on. This was strange. Jack was confused. The noise was so loud he'd never heard anything such before. And out from the door came into the floor a man so tall, into the sky, he sneezed, and all the snot flew by. Wasn't a very nice sight, as you may observe. A giant man sneezing. Ooh, not nice. Jack stumbled back and under a chair leg, and the cat ran in and fit for the bag. He wanted to eat Jack, but the giant pulled him back. Come here, little boy, out from there, and I won't harm you, not even a hair. What's that in your hand? Let me see. And Jack knew that this was not a safe place to be. Cautious he was, at once he would be. The giant did not see me. You could see the cat sniffing his blood. It wanted to eat him, like a mouse it would. And Jack thought it best to believe the giant so he threw out his sword, and off did it go. Just what I need, the giant did say. I can't believe I found this day. That is gold, it's a golden fuse, and I've lost my things, and I need to use. I'll take that fuse and I'll make them work, and you will come and be my friend. Oh, wow, I'll be your friend? That's amazing. Come here, my friend. The giant put his hand out to the floor, and Jack jumped upon a board. The cat was angry, as always so, because the giant was a happy foe. Took him, placed him on shoulder top, and walked into his kitchen shop. Look what I found! I can't believe it, I found it on the ground. Jack on my shoulder, and a fuse for the maker. The maker? Yes, oh, the maker! Yes, the maker! I know what you're saying, Jack. There was a lady in the kitchen. Mummy, I found it for the maker! And it was the giant's mummy. That's amazing. There was jam tarts, there was cakes, there was food everywhere. And they were all labelled. And each one of them had the label, Giant Food Stocks. I found a giant baker in the sky. And the giant said to Jack, oh, yes, you have. It's I. My mummy bakes for many around. In the sky, you say? You live on the ground. Yeah, I climbed a beanstalk up to the sky, and the giant was so happy. Way up high. We've lived up here for years. Our village is small, but we are all giants. We're happy and all. And my mummy, she bakes for all of us here, and we never go without food, not even a year. But down below, my mummy is she's sad. There's no food for us to eat, and we had to get rid of our cow, and I'm not happy or glad. And the giant did fall a tear on the ground, a tear so large it would make a lake if found. We must do something about this, Jack. We must bring you some food on back. Now I'll take you back to the beanstalk. Where is it? And then when we find it, we'll bring lots of food and business. Business? We sell cakes! That'll be fantastic! But we have no money. And we're very poor. And we live down there upon that floor. Now, did you make your way up here from a wizard? Because one strange night, he arrived in a blizzard. He said he'd climbed a beanstalk so, and we did go to find it. Oh, but we never found it so, and the wizard was gone. And that is the end of this strange one. This strange one? What do you say? A strange one? No way. He's not, he's a wizard and he's really nice. He gave me some beans and we made a beanstalk up to the sky. Now you must show me at once where this beanstalk is. And out they went into